January 2023 run, serial number 268, right? These ones here kind of holding the blade, I'm assuming. Pocket clip and the lockability, right? Being able to lock it shut, lock it open, definitely adds a lot of more functionality and day-to-day carry ability to it. Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Miguel EDC, where we talk everything EDC gear here. My name is Miguel, and today we're going to be talking about this guy right here, the Reate EXO-M. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, and you know exactly what we're talking about here. I got a chance to unbox this guy a couple of weeks ago in the channel. I have been having a chance to EDC this guy non-stop over the last couple of weeks, and it's about time because this guy has not left my pocket this entire time. I have prioritized EDC in this guy, and honestly, I also found it hard to put it down. I also found it hard to replace this guy in my pocket for so long. I'm trying to get into a rotation here with a couple other knives I'm trying to review as well, so it was time for this guy to kind of give up its place for some other knives. But man, I find it so difficult because this is such a solid, good looking, awesome knife in so many different ways. I can't wait to get into it with you guys. So all right, so let's go over the basics here. Let's get a quick readout on overall length for this guy. Let's see what we got working with right here. We have a total of 7 3/4 of an inch, just a little bit shy, a little bit under 7 3/4 of an inch right there. The handle, this handle is a little bit it's interesting because it's actually slanted in a way, so we're talking about 4.5 inches there for the handle. The blade is going to be a total of about 3 1/4, and the cutting edge is going to be 3 inches, right? 3 inches right there on the cutting edge. Reate, if you don't know, makes some sexy, good looking, best of the business out there kind of knives, and this is the Reate EXO-M. We have a full titanium construction on this guy all around. We're going to talk more about that. We have a micarta black inserts right here as well, and of course this guy is a gravity knife, which is very legal in a lot of places. We're going to talk more about that as the video progresses, as we get into more and more details about this guy. But yes, this is a full-on gravity knife. Good thing about this one is that it has a locking mechanism, right? This mechanism right here is really good and makes a huge difference compared to the OG Exoskeleton from Reate. It's a much larger knife which didn't have the locking mechanism. And without further ado, let's go ahead and show you guys the action on this guy. It sounds something like this. You all ready? Here we go. And I gotta tell you, that sound right there does not get all out. So you got the blade open there, you can lock it in place, and you know that blade is not closing on you. It sort of becomes a fixed blade at this point once you have it closed like that, which is pretty neat. I went ahead and got mine here in the double edge dagger blade. Wanted to get it like this because I thought that was pretty unique, the fact that they were offering a dagger double edge version to this guy. It's also my very first double edge blade out of my whole collection so far, so I was excited for that. It is rocking a Stonewashed CPM 3V blade right there. You guys can get a closer look. That's what we got going on there. We're going to touch more on that later on. But yeah, that's the name of the business, right? It is locked in place. In order to close it, just unlock here the latch. Boom, just like that. That's how quickly these guys were, basically the orders were being fulfilled and these guys were going out of stock. I actually picked this guy up over at NC Blades, ncblades.com. So if you haven't checked out the unboxing, that was an awesome experience. I got this guy in about 2 days, so it was pretty good shipping as well. All right, with all that in mind, let's do a quick hardware check on this guy. Let's see what we have going on. My tools are very reliable, very recommendable. So if you want to check them out, links will be in the description. Those are at no extra cost to you. My guess is that we have T8 that all looks like T8 going on, and yeah, even the pocket clip, which by the way we're gonna get into here in just a second. But let's see, hardware check. All right, yeah, there it is, T8 right there. Also on the micarta inserts. All right, over on the other side, all right, same story. Now we also have some other guys going on right here, which are T8 as well. I like the consistency, right? These ones here kind of holding the blade, I'm assuming. So yeah, we got TA going on all around on this guy. I'm looking for my calipers. Here we go. So let's do a quick blade stock thickness on this guy. Since we're here, I think the best way to measure the stock thickness is going to be down here, since it's a double edge. Got some grinding going on there on both ends. So yeah, 0.11 inches, right? 0.11 inches right there. All right, I want to say at the very tip, this guy does drop down to a very pointy tip, and it's going to be pretty hard to capture that. So, all right, there it is, 0.01. And yeah, needless to say, that's going to be a very pointy tip. sharp, no doubt about that. Yeah, this guy is super sharp. We'll be doing a paper cutting test here very shortly, just to showcase how much of an edge this guy has retained, again, after using it for a couple of weeks. But yeah, and then the fact that you have an edge going on one end, let's say that goes dull, just turn the knife around, you have an edge going on the other side. In my opinion, I'm really starting to like these double-edged dagger style blades because of, you know, the fact that you have more blade to work with, right? So you have an additional blade, so to speak, right? You have like two knives in one. Again, it's not necessarily a flat grind. It kind of becomes a flat grind all the way to the middle, right? And then from the middle, then it's a flat grind on the opposite way right there. That's kind of how a dagger blade works. All right, like I mentioned earlier, this guy is all titanium. Again, the double-edged dagger blade, and this guy has a couple of different configurations. I know there was a tanto version as well. There was a drop point, which is pretty common, and there is the double edge, which is the one that I have here. Also for the micarta, there was black, green, and burlap. And given the other options, for me, yeah, definitely black was the way to go. It was, in my opinion, more elegant, better looking than burlap or green. But yeah, these guys were so popular, were in such high demand. It was basically a drop will take place in one of the major knife dealers, and it will be gone within the hour or so. All right, speaking of all things, this guy has a serial number. So this is a 2023. Let me see if the camera wants to cooperate. Yeah, this is a 2023, January 2023 run, serial number 268. So that's pretty neat, right? For collectability, for collection purposes, it's pretty nice to know kind of what run your knife was and what month and what serial number and such. So in conclusion, would I recommend this knife? Would I recommend this gravity knife? So first of all, a couple of things that you need to do. The first thing I would say is be very familiar with your local laws, your local knife laws. Obviously, one thing you want to know for sure is it's going to be legal for you to own in your state. I can think of maybe California right off the bat where I know gravity knives are not legal whatsoever, even to own. I live in Florida, so you can own these and also carry them as well, which is pretty nice. So definitely do your homework there. The least thing you would want to do is you wouldn't want to buy a knife that you're not able to carry, or you would be considered illegal to own. Yeah, it is a gravity knife. It is considered illegal in a lot of places, so do your research as far as that goes. So that being said, let's say you do live somewhere where it is legal to own, illegal to carry, and if that's the case, if you're able to check those boxes, I want to say yes, you should definitely give this guy a try. If you have the OG, you already know what the gravity knife experience is all about. I want to say maybe upgrading or getting the lockable version will definitely make it so you could EDC this knife more often. Pocket clip and the lockability, right, being able to lock it shut, lock it open, definitely adds a lot of more functionality and day-to-day carryability to it. And I would recommend this guy ultimately. Yes, I would definitely recommend this guy. I think this guy is very unique in its own way. Like I mentioned earlier, there are so very few knives out there offering what this guy brings to the table. Gravity knives that I've seen, there are some out there, but not as many are executed in such an excellent way, done so well, so fidget friendly, such great acoustics with such attention to detail. I mean, again, Reate nailed this locking mechanism. It feels so premium. It feels so satisfying just to lock and unlock this guy. The quality overall, I can see that this is a well-made knife. There aren't any inconsistencies or things like that, things out of place, except that pocket clip, like I mentioned earlier, feels a little generic. But yeah, other than that, which I have kind of gotten over, to be honest, at this point, everything else is so good about this guy. It is, yeah, definitely up there, definitely worth the purchase. And yeah, this is gonna be a keeper for a lifetime, this guy right here. Hopefully I don't change my mind at any point later on, but I don't see myself getting rid of this knife anytime soon. That's how good it is. It adds a whole different experience to my overall knife collection that other knives are just not able to provide. That is this guy right there. So I could go on and talk about this guy for days, right? We could really go on. I'm trying to make sure this video is not additionally or necessarily long or longer than it needs to, but yeah, there's so much going on with this guy that I'm so in love with. Reate, please, yes, keep innovating, keep making great knives like this one. But I mean, I feel like unique knives like these, very interesting and good looking designs like this one, I mean, these are one in a million. So if you have the ability to get your hand in one of these guys, I say go for it, right? Go for it. It would definitely be worth it. But again, do your research. Don't just watch my review. Check out other reviews on this guy on YouTube as well before you make your final decision. I'm sold. I'm so happy with mine. I can't begin to explain. If I miss anything, by the way, let me know in the comments any questions, concerns that you may have about this guy. Let me know any questions that I may have missed or perhaps I didn't answer on this video. Again, I'm trying to keep it short, not too long. Otherwise, I could be rambling here for hours. So if you made it this far, guys, you are the real MVP. Chances are the review on the Boker strike right here, the Warhawk strike from Boker, chances are the review on this guy is going to be live on the channel. If that is the case, I'm going to go ahead and put a card right here for you guys to check that out next. Thank you all for hanging out with me during this time. I love you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.